Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. Tonight, I'm another fantastic products especially for CPA marketers, local marketers, anyone who wants to geo-target the audience. Why do we want to geo-target the audience? Because that's going to give you a higher conversion rate. With the same number of traffic you send to a landing page and an offer page, if there is some way somehow to speak the language of the local crowds, you can have a higher conversion rate. I can see as a video marketer can use this, a local marketer can use, definitely CPA marketers, okay? All right, so this is the reason, ladies and gentlemen, I have to invite my good friend Sam Bakker back with us again to talk about educating. If you never heard the term what geo-target is, he's going to be here not only educating what geo-target is, but most importantly, if you're not using geo-target into your marketing funnels, how do you use it? How do you use it to make money, holiday cash, right? So he's going to be here to share. He actually recording from Thailand, and if you know him, he's traveled around the world. He just got recently married, and he's traveled around the world. So he knows everything how to geo-target the people, because you know every time he has in New Zealand, he's gonna have a new group of customer to target. When he goes to Thailand, guess what? He has another group of people to target. So this amazing software is actually gonna be one of a kind in its class that deliver the most value, deliver most feature as well. For example, well, let me just kind of introduce the name very quick, okay? All right, so ladies, without further ado, please let me introduce to you Geo Target. Geo Target. You probably already guessed the name, right? Anyway, so what I love about this software is the fact it has so much features. For example, one of the features, just one of the features, is called Geo Image. When we display our image on our blog, sales page, wherever you want to display, we have a common problem is you're not able to really speak the language of the local crowd. So for example, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. If you can somehow figure it out, I am from Lexington, Kentucky, and then you say, hey, I know that you're from Lexington, Kentucky. The offer works at Lexington, Kentucky. You feel more special as a customer, and you're more likely to buy, right? But how do you put that image and the wording on the top? You can't do that. You can't create this dynamic image before. Well, with this software, you can do it now. Isn't that pretty cool? And then they got a geo redirect. That means, hey, if I'm buying a traffic, if I'm sending free traffic, if I can somehow figure out what country they're from, I want to send to different languages, right? So if there's Chinese people come to my offer, and if I somehow create the Chinese version of my sales page, I will send to the Chinese version. If it's a French, I will send to French. If it's German, I will send to French, German language as well, right? So that's more effective because that's in the native tune, native language. You're gonna have an absolutely higher conversion, isn't it? It's the simple fact that you are able to do this. In the past, there are a few free plugin out there does this, but nothing does this. This is not even a plugin. This is an online platform. I asked him, hey, why don't you just create a plugin? He said, well, plugin usually conflicting with each other when you install. I have so many experience with that. But so he decided to offering this online platform. All you got to do is log it in, create the links you want, embed this code, and then you're done, all right? So geo-targeting, geo redirect, and geo block, geo snippet. You're going to find out exactly what they are inside this interview. So I'm not going to mention that. I'm just giving you a little hint there. This is pretty cool. It has all-in-one features and even track the status, track the conversion rate, track how many people go this page and that page. It's absolutely fantastic things to check it out, okay? All right, so let's come back to the interview here for a second. So Sam is a very not a stranger to us, right? Well, most of you probably watched his past interview before. So here again, he's going to share his unique internet marketing story for those who doesn't know him. But again, he's going to be here teaching us what is geo-targeting. How do you use as CPA marketer? How do you use as video marketer? How do you use as local marketer? How do you use as internet marketer? Okay, so how do you really get, what do you need to do to bring the money by using those two to more effectively increase that conversions and making more sales for your business and or maybe perhaps for your clients, okay? All right, so hey, I know you guys love the early bird, so here's the time to announce that, right? So at 9 a.m. this is where I'll not officially go live, but officially for my people, hence you, right, to get it. So the early bird time is at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, and it's gonna be $17 for unlimited license. That has 3 different licenses. I think the single license is beginning test at $9, but the unlimited license is absolutely no brainer. It's at $17. Okay, start at 9 a.m. but then it's gonna go up right after the 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, which is the official launching time. So I highly recommend go there, go early. And if you notice something, a huge display down below this video, well, that is the bonuses you'll be getting. That's sold from Sam and Neo, which is his partner, to give to you just by purchasing the front end product. Isn't that cool? Look how many is down there. It's like, whoa, you know, kind of like a wow thing, right? So look down below, check out the mega bonus they have set up for you. And of course, as your dear friend here, I'm gonna send you more bonuses as well. Put them at additional bonuses to all that bonuses, okay? All right, so you're gonna absolutely love the bonuses below, and you're gonna absolutely love the interview as well. So without further ado, let's all go and join this awesome interview. Stay tuned, watch a very short sales video and slash demo video to see exactly how this thing functions, how this is gonna really benefit you, how much time you're gonna save, how much trouble, how much technique probably gonna solve for you to get this all set up. So remember, this is Geo Target launching at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the early bird discount price. Get an unlimited license. Again, until next time, this is your friend Han. Please keep smiling, and I will be talking to you very, very soon. Cheers. Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. And tonight I'm very, very excited to have Sam back with us again. Well, Sam Bakker is back with us again. Kind of rhymes. Anyway, so and he's in Thailand right now. There you go. So he's gonna be here, share some very, very awesome conversion tips. Let's just say it's geo targeting. I'm gonna let him explain what that turns in a minute, and how he's gonna share how this has really keep his sales up between he and his partners, and most importantly, how can you specifically use this to your current marketing, whether you're a CPA marketer, local marketer, video marketer, you can all use this. He's going to share all that inside the secrets here. And most importantly, what I'm most excited about is actually share this brand new tool he's about to launching here, and how this is going to really benefit you and save you a tons of time and effort and energy. Most importantly, help you make sale at the end of the day, right? That's what we're all here for, to make more money. So before we get into all this excitement here, let's kind of learn how Sam got started with internet marketing, and most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve the level of success that he has today. So Sam, I think you've been on here for so many times now, but for those who doesn't know you, very, very little part of those people out there, just briefly talk about your internet marketing story with us today.
Yeah, sure. So I got started really quite early. I was working in a call center, learning about like online marketing and all the sort of ways you can make money through that. And I wasn't very good in the call center. I didn't make a sale for 2 months. My boss was basically about to fire me. So I went to my desk, I picked up the phone, and I saw a particular website listed, or not website, but a particular business. I searched for their website, found their website, called them up and started chatting to them. And I'd been on webinars, interviews, all sorts, and I said, hey, I'm looking at your website. I think there's some improvements you can make. I'm an online marketer, or learning how to be one, and I think I could offer something to your business. And they said, okay, cool. We met up that Saturday, and by Tuesday, when I was literally, it was quite funny how it actually happened. I basically I had secured a contract with them to work with them for a period of about a year. It was worth about $50,000 or so. I'll get paid about that much over the next year. And then as I was driving into work to say that I was quitting, they actually called and let me know that I was let go. So it was perfect timing, really, to get into online marketing. And I didn't really know what offline marketing was at the time. I had no idea, that people actually made money helping businesses. I was still very new to everything, but after starting to work with a few companies, I managed to get a bit of confidence, and soon I started making a lot of money helping other businesses. I went to projectmanager.com, one of the fastest growing companies now in New Zealand, and started working with them, helping them out. Nailed a couple of six-figure contracts, which is really cool, and then started building up our empire, our offline marketing empire, which takes me online. I decided that, it was always something that I wanted to do, make money online. I had to start from scratch with the knowledge that I had of helping businesses, obviously, but to sell my own products was still new to me, selling products for myself. And I was able to get online and start selling a few weeks after actually deciding that I wanted to do that. And now we've, been around for a number of years, helped probably, tens of thousands of people, spoken on many stages in Australia, UK, New Zealand, and which has brought me to Thailand, of all places. Where I'm currently on holiday. And Han, we've obviously been on back and forth quite a bit with a number of different softwares that have been released over the last year or so, which has been really, really cool. And it's always one of our goals now to bring the best softwares that not only are going to be good for everyone, but first of all work for our business here, because we know if they work for our business, they probably will work for yours as well.
Right. So what I love about Sam is that he's gonna be. If you guys love bonuses, stay tuned until the end, because he did it again. This guy's over delivering, and he's not only just saying launching a piece of software and just teach you how to use the software functionality, but he also are gonna teach you exactly how to making that piece of software to make money. That's why we're here for. So that's why he stands apart from the other marketer, where a lot of marketers out there selling the two software, so they really haven't made money with it yet. So what I love about Sam is he went out there, test the software, make sure it's working as it is, as functional-wise, but most importantly, it actually brings revenue to his business. Then he's willing to share with the public right now. So Sam, to kind of knowing, I mean, you've been to right? I think from being a bouncer to telemarketer to offline marketer to public speaker to online product creator. You've been to a lot of, I guess, up and downs in your life. And what would it be? I actually do this every time, but every time we have a new answer. So I want to hear this time what you have to say. What would it be? Some of the top of advice you can give to someone who's just starting out and who's still kind of struggling to make their first dollar. What should they be focused on?
Oh yeah, sure. So if you're just starting out, the first thing you need to do is define what you want to do. The web is so big. There's so many different offers out there, so many different methods of making money, and you see so many different numbers blaring in your face from everywhere. And one of the first things that I kind of learned is that I'm not going to be able to make money from every strategy out there. So why learn everything? Find something that you're comfortable with. Find something that you like the sound of, you think you can do, and then figure out what is the first step in that. Achieve that first step, then move to the next step, and just keep doing that, learning every single time you need to develop a new skill. And that's the best way to get to where you want to go. Setting small goals, completing those goals, and then being able to get to the end where you're able to say that you've successfully been able to make money. And for me, I was quite fortunate in what happened with offline marketing, but selling my own products online and doing all of that was very new to me. And one of the first things that I did is I said, when I get online, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to make money. I want to be able to sell products. So the first thing I did is I started looking at what I needed to do. What was the first step? Achieving that, then going to the next step, and the next step, and the next step. And then eventually, I started to look at it and I thought, hey, I'm making money now. This is great. And then how can I improve my business? So there's a number of different ways of doing that, but also, one of the other things that will really help is the thing that helped me a lot is automation. I've got a number of different softwares that I use on a daily basis every day that I feel like I would, take days to do what I do in a day if I didn't have software. So once you do learn the skills you need, the best thing to do is to learn how to automate it with softwares that are around there. And just having an understanding of where all those fit in can really help you and your business and help you get to your goals a lot quicker, if that makes sense.
So to sum it up, you need to kind of focus on specific area. I think that my advice to anybody who's starting out is start at multiple projects. If you don't know, if you want to build affiliate site, become a local marketer, Facebook marketer or video marketer, do them all at once. But then you gotta follow the money. This is what I call follow the money. If one of those really taking off and you're really, really exciting about it, dump everything else. Just focus on that. Then Sam continue to say, hey, if you have that money maker for you, let's systemize it. Let's use software. Let's use VAs. Then you can go back to the other area. Your second excitement is your second money maker. Let's leveraging of that again, systemize again, right?
Yeah, very true. Very true. And you know, you can do multiple things in this business. For me, I did offline marketing first. I followed the money. Where the money was, that's what I did. Once I had set everything up, once I had systems in place, then I went and I looked to make money online. I started doing that. Now, you know, there's other businesses that I've sort of got into and other things that I'm doing as well as the online business, because much of this is systematized and automated now, and I'm able to have more time to do that. So one of the things that we're looking at now is e-commerce and creating basically little e-commerce stores, promoting them through Facebook, which is something that we've actually made, you know, quite a few sales doing recently. It's not obviously near as much as offline marketing or online marketing, but it's something that, you know, is a new project and that could really take off. So as Hans said, being able to, first of all, I call it perspective, getting perspective over the market, learning what's out there so you have a good understanding of all the different parts and pieces that go into online marketing, trying them out, and then once something actually starts to bring in some cash, then yeah, going with that and starting to really work towards each individual goal that you need to achieve in order to really upscale that and make it really work. And that process will really help. You know, now because I did go through that process myself, I feel like I have a broad range of understanding about multiple topics and in online marketing, and when trends change, when things happen, I'm well equipped to be able to adjust my marketing in order to you know, follow the trend.
So I think a lot of people saying, you know, information overload. You know, I've been doing this for a while, and you've been doing this for a while. I don't think the problem is information overload, because I think without trying a little bit everything, you'll never know what the money maker is, and you don't know what you're really good at. You don't know what you're really passionate about. You don't know what you really going to be really dedicate your time for. So you really have to go to that phase, but go to that phase as fast as you can. And the major problem of the people watching this who hasn't made any dime yet is they don't take enough action. That's just what it is. I mean, there are people complaining the economy is bad, there's not enough money, I'm not getting paid enough on my job. Well, those people are not really taking massive action. If you look at successful people, if you look at billionaire, you look at millionaire, they take massive action. They don't settle for average. They think that's disease, you know, and their calendar is always full, and they're always doing something. Versus the average Joe, you know, someone just starting something out, cannot see themselves through it. You always quit before you even start because of the fact of fear, you know, it's just to get it started. So it's up to you to take charge of your life, to make a huge difference in your life, and you really have to take in that massive action.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, I can 100% back that up. It's all about action, and yeah, even just small actions. You know, setting time aside every day to do what you're learning. And information overload only becomes a problem. Yeah, as Hans said, when it's you're unable to handle the amount of information you're taking in terms of the actions you can do. If you're just learning, just doing training, just doing that, but you're not actually implementing it, you're just watching videos all day, you know, the fact is you're not going to be able to do anything through that. You know, the day is not going to come where it works. I've been through that. I went through a good year, 2 years of just, you know, watching videos every day as new things happened, and the market passed me by for a long time. It was only when I started taking action that I started to become part of the market and get into the market. I was not just an observer, but I was someone that was actively in it, and that's what you need to do. You need to stop being such an observer, if that's what you're doing, and actually become an active part of the market and take those actions on a daily basis, even if they're small, because that's what's going to progress you faster.
And also, since we just on this topic, and we'll move to the next question very quickly, is that you got to get off your lack mindset into abundant mindset. Never think about there's not enough money for everyone. The truth is the bank is printing money every freaking day. So it is your job to figure out how do you get that. You know, if you take $1 billion just to Sam or to Han, that's not going to affect the economy. That's how much money is in the world today, right? So it is your job to have to take massive actions to figure out how do I get that part of it.
Yeah, apparently there's too much money being printed, so
right.
There is no excuse to get out there and start getting some of it.
Right. So the secret is taking that massive action. That's it. I mean, you ask any successful people, they all have to say taking massive action. I want to kind of keep pounding on this until somebody keep watching my interviews to actually get down there, get down dirty, make some mistake, taking action again, get back up, and do that thing again. Then one day, bam, something takes off, and maybe they're gonna write me a thank you email right after that, right? So anyway, so let's talk about this new thing you come out with. You and your partner came out with it, which is geo targeting. Explain what that term is. What exactly is geo targeting?
Sure. So geo-targeting is basically the the ability of targeting a particular country or city with an offer. So if someone, I'm sure we've all seen this. If you go to a Groupon website, it'll either redirect to, if I'm in New Zealand, Groupon.co.nz, or it'll show you up the top of the screen, hey, welcome from, here are deals in Wellington, New Zealand, or in Chicago, America, or US, or whatever it says. If you're in America, I haven't seen it because I haven't been in America and loaded up Groupon. There's a number of different dating sites where you've probably seen it. There's a number of big websites which will actually present different messages and different ads based on where you are. I was even, it's quite funny being in Thailand actually, because I'll sit down to just watch a normal, like me, I'm really into basketball basically. I'm really into the NBA.
I'm not talking about basketball. I'm the bench warmer when it comes to basketball. Pick me!
Oh no, well yeah, that's you and me both. For me, I've popped out my shoulder, so I can't play anymore. But yeah, we'll be on the bench just cheering on. But I basically spend too much time, more time than I should be, watching basketball replays. And it's funny because in New Zealand I'd always get specific ads, like American ads with like a dude drinking Sprite or like a new shoe. I come over to Thailand and it's suddenly like this weird language, like blah, 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 with like these Thailand.
The tallest person in Thailand right now.
Yeah, they're all like 5'3". Yeah, these Taiwanese people playing basketball.
Giant walk out of the jungle. Oh, that's the picture right there.
I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, and that's geo-targeting. They're targeting me with ads specific to my location because they know I'm in Thailand now, and chances are I'm gonna, go and drink a bottle of Mansum opposed from buying some Nike shoes from my local dealer in New Zealand. So that's what geo-targeting. That's why it's useful, being able to target specific people based on where they are in the world, whether it's ads, whether it's video, whether it's messages on the top of websites, whether it's specific offers in a website. You need to be geo-targeting if you're looking to really increase your conversions, increase your influence with people, because different locations are so different around the world. Whether it's an offline marketing business you're helping. We've done this in offline marketing businesses I've helped in the past. We've had redirects depending on whether they're in Australia or New Zealand, or if you're running an online marketing campaign, online based, and you want to really emphasize that a particular country is going to get some sort of particular special deal. Another example of this is recently I was speaking in Australia, and I actually needed to promote an offer to my subscriber list, and they asked me to do a few things. When you're a speaker in events, they ask you to do a few things to help out the event. So I had to promote that to my list, and I was like, what am I going to do? I need to promote to my Australian list, but I haven't segmented my list out. So I segmented my list out, but also to try and basically get more people that are in Australia to my list, I went down and I had to actually say at the top of my particular website, because I didn't have geo-targeting at the time, if you are in Australia, please register here, so I could email them out. What it would have been a much more efficient way that would have got me the same result is if I had like an ad or a pop-up for this event on my website that only showed for people in Australia. It would have been so much better. There wouldn't have been any hassles with lists and people seeing registrations and people from America having to see my advertisement for Australians. I could have just had that particular message showing for Australians, or that particular ad showing for Australians, and it would have been far more easier to direct them where I wanted to go. So there's a number of different ways this can be used. One of the recent campaigns we actually used this on, Neil Napier, my partner, and one of the creators of the software, we actually ran a campaign for a new app. It's called Social Store App. And the interesting thing about this is Neil had right at the top, if you are in, country here's a special deal for you, like 20% off because you're in this country. And he got higher click-through rates, he got higher response rates because of it, and he made more sales. It was the best campaign, in fact, that he's run all year. I'm not sure all time whether it's the best campaign he's run all time, but I know for a fact this year it was the best by far. He made over $6,000 in commissions on that campaign. And I think part of the reason is because it really stood out for people. How does Neil know where I am? Cool, I get a special because I'm local here. And he could have even taken that further and said, we're creating an Australian bonus package or a US bonus package. People in the US are going to get stars and stripes all over their product, or people in Australia are going to get a free kangaroo, pamphlet or something like that. I don't know what you offer, but there's so many different opportunities.
I like you to offer kangaroo as free bonus on one of your things.
Yeah.
And I like to see you deliver that personally.
Yeah. Kangaroo. Oh no.
Come here. Let's go.
Oh no. I should probably say, for those Australians out there, we'll send you an All Blacks rugby jersey. That's what we'll do. For every Australian that buys today, we'll send them an All Blacks rugby jersey. Just to remind you that we bet you this year. That's for those Australians out there. They'll get it. But and they'll definitely not buy Geo Target because I said that.
Anyway, so put all jokes aside, I mean, the number one mistake a lot of beginner marketers, this is really from beginner to pro marketer, is they too general. When it comes to marketing message, they try to marketing to everyone and to everything at once, right? So that's the biggest mistake. I made that mistake, and it's a very costly mistake. That's the reason I didn't make a dime when I first started internet marketing. But when I first focused on specific target audience, speak their language, and figured out what do they like, what is the biggest pain and problem my product can specifically help them, when I narrow down my marketing message, just specific targeting on them, my conversion rate is skyrocket. And this is exactly what this geo-target thing do for you. If you figure out, someone, I mean, Sam, you try to acquire different places now. Every country has different cultures. Even just between one city to another next city, they have something different about them, right? So if you, as a marketer, can put a different image or different video, different message, different marketing communication message to the specific geo-targeted person at a different area, of course you're going to get a higher rate, higher conversion rate, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I first understood the importance of this, and this is when I actually met a guy for the first time. It was really quite an interesting story. I got to Wellington. I wanted to start online marketing. Wanted to get my product up. One of the first guys I actually met was this really low-key guy. I had heard these people talking about Mr. Green living in New Zealand, and I was like, oh, okay, who's this Mr. Green character? And I went to this meeting, and there's this guy sitting across. He didn't say much the whole meeting. His name was Lorenzo. Didn't really say anything. And then I went back home and I looked online, and he was talking about, Geo. He was talking about some of his campaigns and stuff. I looked online, and turns out he's one of the biggest CPA marketers in the world, makes millions. And I was like, wow, like what? This like 21-year-old dude just sitting over there acting completely casual. And it was one of the important things, looking into his campaigns, reading his blog, that I understood the importance of that for CPA marketers. For a CPA marketer, location-based can make or break a campaign. So by mentioning where the campaign is, dating in Thailand or Bangkok, Thailand, in your area, that can change a campaign completely. It can turn a non-profitable campaign into suddenly a profitable campaign. And it's the same with online marketing. Over the period of a year, doing affiliate marketing or online marketing, think how much money you're losing from simply not being able to communicate to people in an effective way. It's all about conversion. It's all about meeting people where they're at, and if you can communicate that where they are in the world, to them it's like, wow, okay, so you've got a fitness package for that will work in Wellington, New Zealand. Cool, like I'm into that. There's many different ways this can be used, or for a website. Say for example, one of my earlier clients, they had a website that would only work in New Zealand, but we had tons of Australians buy products. Tons of Australians buying products. And we're like, why are all these Australians buying products? We thought, well, there must be a market for this. So what we did is we redirected, and we managed to create a redirect. So we had an Australian landing page that would be like, hey, you're looking for health products in Australia, here is the information that you need. So there's many different ways of doing this, but the whole point here is that you're leaving a lot of money on the table, and it can be the difference between whether you make money or don't make money. Being able to communicate to where people are, and I first learned that when I actually, did some research about Mr. Green and his CPA marketing success and how important this stuff is for him and his CPA marketing. So it's important for all spectrums of marketing, but it can be the difference between a successful campaign and an unsuccessful campaign.
I mean, if you CPA marketing, you already know this, because some of the campaign that only accept U.S. traffic, for example, they only accept Thailand traffic. They really, I mean, they don't care about any other countries, but U.S. public get to pay the most. So with a tool like this, it just makes your marketing job so much easier.
Think about this. If you've been like sending traffic, say from Facebook, for example, you get a variety of traffic. Like on Facebook, this is the thing. I target a particular country. I'm targeting New Zealand. I get Australians still coming through.
Right, I found that too.
And the thing is, if it's a country-specific offer, like a New Zealand-specific offer, and I've got Australians coming in, they can't purchase the offer. It's a cell phone submit or something like that. So they're going to waste, and I'm spending money on that traffic. So what would be better is if I could identify that they're Australian and redirect them to another offer that's for Australians, then I'm not leaving money on the table. Easy as that.
Right. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the little bit story about behind the scenes, why you and your partner decide to start launching this product. I mean, there are some other geo-targeted plugin, WordPress plugin out there. Does not doing the same thing, but basic geo-targeting for the people already. Why did you and your partner decide to offer this as at an excellent price point to the public? And what I want to find out, most important here, is what is the problem you want help with the internet marketers solve here?
Well, the main problem is that we want to be able to give people the ability to target based on country. That's the basics of it. It's a problem, if you were looking to do this manually, you'd need a developer to do it. It's not that easy. For me, the plugins that are out there, I've had a look, and there wasn't anything that really stood out for me as being the all-in-one for me, being able to give me the ability to do what I wanted. Some of them did parts of it, but they didn't really incorporate everything that I was looking for in a geo-targeting software. So that's one of the reasons we actually created this, because it has everything. Anything you could think of that you could be able to geo-target, this will do it. If you're looking to redirect, it'll do it. If you're looking to present, if you're looking to communicate in Chinese to these people because they're from China, you can do that. yeah, exactly. Yeah, or if you're in America, and you want to communicate in English, you can do that on the same site. This does everything when it comes to geo-targeting, and especially when you look at CPA, affiliate marketing, any sort of online marketing, offline business really needs to be targeting as much as possible if they want to make the most money possible and not leave money on the table. This software is going to enable people to do it, and that's why we created this, because for us it's really important that we do that in our business, and I know that for a lot of people it's important for them as well. So we created a web-based software that works on Mac, it works on PC, works anywhere you want, and it does exactly what you want it to do, which is geo-target anywhere around the world, increasing conversions and giving you the ability to stop leaving money and traffic on the table when traffic is going to it from a country that you may not be necessarily wanting to offer. If you're a video marketer as well, as I said, video ads are a big thing. You don't want to be presenting ads that aren't efficient for that particular area that's landing on the page. Or maybe you want to create a different offer for someone in a specific area. So I could say, if someone's coming to my page, I could present them with a Australian video opposed from a United States video, or I could present them with a a New Zealand offer instead of an Australian video, and it's specific to their area. So it does make a big impact, and it really will help your marketing.
Right. So on that note, would you mind to kind of give us a very quick sneak preview of how this thing works?
Sneak preview. Yeah, I can do that. One sec. I'll just do share screens. All right, let me show you this. So this is GeoTarget right here on my screen. You should be able to see it now. So we've got obviously training tutorials, all of that. We've got some image packs and some other bits and pieces to help you with your geotargeting. But there's different parts here. Now I need to emphasize that the front end, okay, I'm going to show you the front end first, then I'll show you the one-time offers.
Sure.
In the front end, we have GT snippets, GT redirects, and GT images. All right. Now, these three components, GT snippets will start off with that. What GT snippets does is it allows you to have a customized message based on your location. So I'll post this in here. Say if it's a dating website, for example, that we were using, find your soulmates. You know, these people are all looking for love. You've got, are you looking for a soulmate in your city? Thailand.
Looking for love anymore?
Me, no, I'm taken. Unfortunately, I'm taken. Very happy. So.
Just joking around.
In the room. No. There we are. Then we've got here we have room service coming to talk to me, but we will not answer the door, and hopefully they will stop knocking. Then we have your fans in a local area. So this is a campaign that Neil ran. All right, it seems like they're coming in, and we might have to greet them.
Okay.
1 second. Hello. Oh, no need. Okay, on interview with Han. I'm on interview with Han. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, we stay one more night.
Okay.
Oh, water, more water. We need more water.
Water.
Yeah, water. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Apologize, Han.
So well.
Sorry. This is my friend. She's coming to deliver us water. Just so everyone's in the loop. Sorry, guys. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just in a hotel.
Room service right there.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right, cool. All right, back to focus now. Sorry, Han.
All right, let's go back to the share screen thing.
Cool. So here's Neil, and he's in Thailand. Well, this will work in Thailand as well. This is the campaign he ran. This is one of the campaigns he ran for Social App Store. Made 6,000 commissions. Best campaign all year. This will work in Thailand as well. And as we can see, yeah, this is how it happened. Then we've got a number of different campaigns you can do, and we've got a number of different examples, dating for men, real estate, and it will show a different snippet based on where people are. So this is great for dating sites. It's great for CPA, any sort of a CPA offer, basically. And this will work also on your offline business sites. It'll work for special discount deal today for Wellington, New Zealand. These are snippets. Okay, that's what they do. Next we have redirects. Now this is part of the front end as well. Now redirects is what we were talking about before. Say if you're a CPA marketer, affiliate marketer, you're sending traffic from Facebook. Some Australians decide that they're interested in the offer as well. Click on your ad. For some reason, Facebook has allowed them to click through, and then it'll redirect them to a particular site for Australians. All right. This is the next part here. These are really easy to set up, by the way. I should probably show you how to set up these. Add snippet. You've got your snippet. Go ahead. You add your city and country code. Really easy. Then you click create, and you just embed the HTML code in your site. Basically, copy and paste it into your site, and this will now work. GT redirects. All right, we'll go back here now. So I've got a dating site, say, for example. So this may redirect me based on where I am. So I can basically visit here, and it will redirect me to the Thailand version of the site if there is a redirect in place for Thailand. So this would show a different landing page based on where I am. So it might show a bunch of Thai people. It might show some more Thai people here. It'd say, love is more than a coincidence in Thailand. It could have a custom page. It could have the Thailand flag up here. All sorts of different things can be done for this particular redirect right here. And this is perfect for CPA offers. So what you can do, you load up your campaign, you add a redirect, you add in your URL for the landing page, just your custom landing page. Then you put in a new URL. We show you how to do it in the training. Yeah, you put in the different places you want. So we could have these, then we could say for landing page 2, we click in these, landing page 3, we've got more, and you can do so many different variations here. Then you click create, and it will give you an embed code that you embed into your website, your landing page, and then it will switch based on where people are, okay, based on your selection. So if you were, say, for example, targeting 5 different countries, we'll say, or even 4, you could load up 4 separate landing pages or 5 separate landing pages for those countries based on where they are. And you could be sending traffic from Facebook to that, and you don't have to worry because people that land on the landing page are going to be presented the right offer for them. So it doesn't really matter what traffic you get as long as it's from those countries, because you're always going to have a good offer for them.
So
pretty cool.
Is it limit how many country you can send to at once?
We've got 5 right now. If there is a need to send, if you want to go through the whole 140 or whatever so countries you have in the world, you're welcome to do that. We can add that in as an update. We thought 5 was plenty, but we can add more to the software if that's something that people want. It's very easy to do that for us. So if people want more, we'll do more.
Okay, cool.
Now we go GT Images. Now this again is part of the front end offer. Now GT Images is really cool, because if you're doing any sorts of advertisements on a website, an offline marketing site, or if you're doing media buying and you want one of your ads to show up on an external site, give them this embed code, because look at what this does. What this does is super cool. We'll go to actually no, we won't go to this one, because this one has no image on it. We'll go to this one. You load up any image. You can load up any image. So for example, then you can add text over that image, and you can add in whatever image you want to. You could grab have like an online marketing offer here, or some sort of anything you wanted here, and it will create an image with text that changes. The text changes based on where people are coming from over the image. We can customize this text in a number of different ways, and basically it allows you to have your country, your city, in this actual image, and you can then get a little code that you can put on your website, or you can send to someone that you're doing media buys with, or a banner with, or anything like that. They can put it up to their site, and it will target based on the city and country that you're coming from. You've probably seen the ads actually when you've been surfing online. I always sort of wondered before I knew about this, how does this dude know I'm in Russia? And why is he trying to communicate that I can make money in Russia? How does he know me? Well, this is how you... yeah, exactly. So this is how you do it. Yeah. Yeah, easy. It wasn't easy before. You needed a developer before, but now you just insert a couple of tags and you're done.
Right. I've never seen somebody done a geo image before.
Yeah. I mean, people have been developing it. I thought they always had like an image that was created for each country, but no, it turns out you don't need that. You can just use this, and it will you can be in Andorra, and it's going to show, hey, are you in this city in Andorra? Here you go. This is an offer for you, and you can change this as you like, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now GT Blocks is an upsell. All right, one-time offer number 1, I believe. And what this includes is basically, depending on where you are in the world, it will change a block of your website. All right. So if you don't want to change your whole entire site, this will change a block of it. So you can add a flag, you could add some text, you could add an image, anything like that. You can actually show inside of one of these GT blocks. It's really easy to edit. You go into here, you can select Thailand, country, city, add whatever you wanted to, images into here. You could add a video that changes over if you wanted it as well. And then, yeah, you've got it all in here. And actually, no, not video for this one. You can use video for one of the others. I don't think video will work with this, but you can basically add country and image and change the block or a block of your website as you want, and it's going to enable you to do that. Next, we have GT Voices. Now, this is the final part. This is also a part of the one-time offer, the first one-time offer, and this includes basically different voices from around the world. You know how I said that you could actually add a voice? So if it was a Chinese offer that you were offering, or if, say, for example, you were wanting to greet people in their native language, depending on where they are, you could actually set up this. You can type in what you want this voice to say, and it will actually create a voice based on what you say. Yeah, there's Kate. And I am looking for you, Han, in your city and country.
Huh.
And it will actually, it'll say it. Now, we're looking to do this, I'm going to be completely upfront about this.
So you will automatically translate to different languages?
That's the different thing. We're working on that update. That update's not ready yet. If you are Chinese, you can add in Chinese characters under here, and it will do the voice in that native language of Chinese. We're working on putting in a way of translating all of these right now as an update, so it'll actually translate it. So use visitor's local language. Now this we're hoping is done for launch. If it's not, then then it may not be. Now I'm just saying this because I haven't tested it yet. It may already be done, but I haven't tested it yet. So basically, it'll say use visitors local language, and it should say this in their native language. That's the update we work on. Otherwise, right now you type in English or you type in Chinese and it'll work. But this particular feature here should code it so it actually voices over in the native language. And when that's added in, we'll be putting an update, adding it to the sales page. It may already be done. I just need to check with the development team. But yeah, really super cool feature.
All right, let's talk about analytics. That's kind of
as when it gets cool. So this will basically show you all your different campaigns. Now you can dig into specific campaigns if you want to. You can go into GT snippets and click on the analytics link, or you can look at an overall view of where your traffic's been coming from. So we can see the activity here. This is the amount of traffic that's hitting our different GT specific offers on any daily basis. You can see where it's coming from around the world.
Russia, Australia.
We got some Russians. Most people are from the States.
You don't want Chinese traffic, though.
Georgia, we got some Georgians.
Those are
traffic overall. Yeah, from heading. So from this, you can basically assess what kinds of places you need to focus on. So you can, if you wanted to focus on, a specific country like this one, Libya, and you notice that Libya, a lot of Libyans were coming through, you could actually create a specific site based on your data here to Libyans if you want. You can actually see where most of the traffic is coming from, and then you can see which browsers they're coming from as well. We can see, if you're promoting like a computer offer, some sort of software offer, it's always good to have browsers because you can say, hey, I see you're using Firefox. Install our plugin for Firefox that does this. Device types, personal computer, iPad, PC, other smartphones will work on smartphones as well. Operation systems, you've got Mac OS, OS 10, Windows 7, really interesting stats. Average time spent on the offer page is 27 minutes, which is actually a huge amount of time. Returning visitors 92% and 30% unique visits. We've got time frames when most people visit, the highest points of the day, and in what way they engage. So we set up 443 snippets which have been viewed, or snippets have been viewed 443 times on this particular day. Images were viewed 7, redirects were viewed 13, blocks were viewed 19, and redirects were viewed 13. So you can see which of your campaigns is getting the most traction and what's being used the most as well. You can even dig into where the traffic's come from, the IP, the country, city, all of this data here, the date. Everything can be done through here. So it's really quite a complete analytics for the software.
So this is a online solutions, right? I mean, I seen this kind of tracking inside a WordPress plugin. So what's the benefit to have a online solution like this versus a self-hosted WordPress plugin?
Well, there's many solutions. We think the product on itself is better than anything out there, but just talking directly to plugins in themselves, the most support tickets that like we've got a support desk. We get on a regular basis hundreds, if not thousands, of tickets on a weekly basis. One of the biggest questions that we get is people that have clashes trying to install plugins, have issues with plugins, clashes with other plugins. We created this web base because we didn't want to risk that. I mean, think about this: if you've got all your campaigns set up, you're driving a lot of traffic to these different campaigns, and then suddenly you've got a clash that happens with another plugin, and your software is offline. That happens all the time with plugins. That's why we wanted to create a web base, so it's solid, it's secure, and you're not going to have the risk of anything like that happening.
And you don't have to pay a hosting fee.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to update everyone's accounts. Like when this voice thing is done, we'll be able to update everyone's accounts without everyone having to install or reinstall the plugin again. All the data is going to be kept. You won't have to reinstall anything, and everything is based on this dashboard, which just makes it really easy.
And this can work with both WordPress site versus non-WordPress site, right?
Yeah, it'll work on WordPress sites, it'll work on non-WordPress sites, it'll work on Facebook pages, mobile devices, everything that you want it to work for, it'll work. It's a real simple code. You just add into a page. We've got training videos on Facebook on how to install this onto a website, how to do it so it works on mobile as well, and it's all in there, really simple to do, and it's just a matter of copying and pasting a code into the right space, basically.
Right. So talk about some of the results you're getting with this.
Sure. So the results we've been getting mainly, I've done this in offline businesses for a number of years, and I've usually been doing it using a developer to do that. Those results have been good. We've always noticed that once we've been able to redirect a specific page to a specific audience, we've had an increase in conversions, an increase in traffic going to that site, because people start to get to know it. People start talking, hey, have you checked out this Australian site that just came out? So that's always been good. Now, some of the results we've got for this particular software, Geo Target, we've had this around now for a couple of months, and we've had the chance to test it quite thoroughly, which has been great. So we obviously did that campaign with Neil, which made over $6,000 commissions. It increased the amount of engagement we had, the amount of click-throughs. It was the best campaign that Neil's done all year. He did it again on another campaign. That also helped. We had a large increase in engagement, and I believe off that one he made about 5,500. So, which was a great campaign for him as well. So the main testing we've done so far has been online marketing based. But what we're looking to do is we're looking to branch out basically and do some CPA tests and all of that. But we know for a fact that it's going to make an impact because simply, for CPA marketers, that's what they're doing all day. They're changing locations, they're redirecting. It's going to make a huge impact for that. And just because we don't do so many CPA campaigns ourselves, we haven't really had the chance to do that. But we're hoping that that as customers come through, they'll get the chance to do that. And we should have also some of our friends testing it very soon as well for their campaigns. So you'll see more stats, no doubt, when time comes of launch. But right now, from what we've seen in online marketing, it definitely is working for online marketing. It's working for affiliate marketers, and it'll work really well.
Great. Would you come back to the cam for a second?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I forgot that I wasn't on the cam. I've been looking and smiling for no apparent reason.
We see your handsome face for a while. It was on the screen the whole time. That's kind of funny. So anyway, let's talk about the funnel itself. Let's talk about again name of the product, time of the launch, and who's going to be really benefit for getting this.
Cool. So time of the product launch is on Tuesday at 9 a.m. EST. That's the start of the early bird. It's not the official launch, but because you're obviously watching this interview and you are a subscriber of Hans, he gets the best deals. So we've put a 9 a.m. early bird on this. The price is going to be $17 for unlimited access, which is really cool. Unlimited access, $17, and you can use it. It's hosted with us. And it's going to run until 11 a.m. EST, and then after that it's going to start to increase quite sharply. It'll go up probably to about $47 before the end of launch, so you do want to make sure that you get in earlier. And we've also got a number of bonuses as well on that front end that Hans getting. The bonuses we've included with it. We've included a number of different images, a number of different image packages. We've included, if you're an offline marketer, multiple themes that will allow you basically to use this software with the themes to present different prices wherever people are in the world, present different pages and different offers. We've also included this cool software for lead generation. All right, so if you're looking to create landing pages, generate more leads, we've included another theme as a bonus that will allow you to do that. We've included some mobile coupons for that front end, and we've also included as a bonus 5 infographics that it will boost your sales, which you can use with this software as well. Now, those are the bonuses in that front end, and included in that front end also, you're going to be able to get access to what I showed you, the first 3 options. So as part of that, you're going to get GT snippets, all right, being able to add little snippets at the top. You're going to get GT redirects, redirect pages, different sites to customize sites, and GT images, all right, be able to create ads with text over those images. Now, there's going to be limits for the front end on that, but if you get the unlimited, I think you get access to unlimited versions of everything. So just the first thing you do, just get in with that unlimited package, $17, and you'll be able to get access to everything without having to pay too high a price. Now, the OTO1, the one-time offer number 1, with this particular package, what we're doing is we're actually organizing a white label campaigns package. The value in this is we're actually putting together some successful campaigns for you, all right? So some campaigns that will basically allow you to be able to basically allow you to, how do I say it? I've got something in my eye. There's like a thing fluttering about. We've created a number of campaigns that will allow you to basically edit them as you want for different countries. So we've created some templates, some themes, added in basically a bunch of websites we've pre-created that you can actually use and have white label rights to set up for yourself, set up for your clients. It's going to make it really easy to use this software. So if you don't have a website right now yourself, Or if you don't have a website, you can think, hey, will this work with, this particular campaign? We actually have done the work for you. So you can set up some of our campaigns we've already pre-created for you, and you can run with those and start using them immediately for affiliate marketing, CPA, offline businesses, or anything like that. And you also get, as part of that upsell, you're going to get, basically access to everything. That's OTO number 1. Now, OTO number 2, and I've just remembered this, and the price of that, by the way, is going to start off for that early bird at about $37 and then shoot up from there. So I highly recommend getting in early for that as well if you want campaigns pre-done for you. Now, OTO 2. OTO 2 is going to include the other 2 components of this package, GT blocks and GT voices. Now, these 2 components are really important because GT blocks allow you to change big parts of sites, customize big parts of sites, and GT voices will have voiceovers, and we're working on adding that so you can just add a voice and it will actually have the native language being spoken in a country that is different from the US, basically. So you'll be able to create an offer for a voice, and that particular offer, I believe, is starting out at $27. Right, $27. We'll bump that up later on as the launch goes on, but the early bird, $27, and then increasing from there. And then finally, as the third part of this offer today, the final one-time offer, we're actually including, as part of this, basically a webinar series. All right. So if you want to learn how to do a lot of the stuff that we do, if you want to learn how to use geo-targeting in your business and run successful campaigns online, we're going to be doing a couple of webinars, so a couple of workshops where you'll be armed with basically a training guide on how to do online marketing better and what are some of the strategies that we use in order to make money online. Then we'll go through in the webinar how we actually install GeoTarget, how we go through and create our geo-targeting campaigns to be profitable. And you also walk away with those 2 replays, recordings, presentation. We're going to get another guest to cover the CPA side of things as well, who will come on and explain how he's used geo-targeting with his Teespring campaigns, how he's used it with his CPA marketing campaigns, and it should be a really valuable webinar or workshop, couple of workshops. That's going to be $47, and it will probably stay steady at that for a long period of time. It may increase in price, but probably will stay steady at $47 when you get in. But will be, obviously there's a time limit on it, so it will be closed before the end of launch.
Now, I think correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that the front end offer also including the case study from Neil? Or no?
No, yeah, the case study. Now, the case study is a bit different. That's just basically a guide to what Neil did. This is what Neil did. If you want to be taken through how it was set up, why Neil did what he did, then that's going to be a bit different, and that's included on the webinar. So live, we're going to be basically showing you recreating the campaign as Neil did, looking over the shoulder type stuff, not just a guide.
Oh, okay, great. So awesome. So I think do we have all the OTO covered here?
Yes, there's 3 of them. Yeah.
All right. And how much is that webinar?
$47. $47.
All right, we'll write it down here. All right, so I think that's all the questions I need to ask you here. Sam, we got one last and this very important question, and that is, as people watching this interview, they know how important it is to geo-target the traffic, to speak their native tongue, native language, speaking in their native cultures, and it's going to tremendously help them increase the conversion of a campaign, whether it be a squeeze page, landing page, any kind of campaign, because you basically want to buy from someone who understanding you, right? So they want to get this, they want to buy this, but everybody has that little voice, hesitated voice in their head, and don't take action, don't do anything. And so my question to you, Sam, is what makes this product so unique so that they should absolutely go grab during this launching period?
Sure. Well, for me, in my perspective, coming from looking at different offers that are out there, this offer pretty much covers any sort of advertising or marketing that you're doing. It's a tool that will be in your toolkit that will be useful for a long period of time, and is really essential for success in any way. CPA marketers, they need to be able to target to local areas. It's just it's not just a hey, I'd like to do that. It's actually having to do it. And online marketing, when you start making money, one of the things that you sort of realize is that, hey, there are so many other things that I'm leaving money on the table with, and one of those is actually specifically targeting people in their countries, being able to target them directly. If you look at offline marketing, a big thing and you'd be quite surprised, a big thing that a lot of people would love to be able to do is actually target offers but depending on which city or country people are. Groupon does it, a lot of other big companies do it, but smaller businesses think it's unattainable. It's a really easy service to sell. So if you're an offline marketer, this is the perfect thing you can pick up, start running with right away. It is an additional service to businesses that you can offer. And, I believe companies out there are charging like $1,500 for it right now. So you can just come in, slide underneath and say, hey, I'll do it for $500. Use it as a, in-the-door strategy, or go ahead and add it as an additional service that you offer. And it's a very easy thing for you to add, but it does make a big impact. You don't need a developer for it. So from an online marketing perspective, this is a software that you really need to have if you want to do any sort of CPA marketing, affiliate marketing. If you want to increase your conversions on online marketing, it's perfect. Offline marketing, it's going to help offline businesses. So it really is for $17, and it's a dashboard that's hosted on our server. It really is a no-brainer.
Right. It's only one-time fee, right?
Yeah. Plus, you've got all the bonuses that I gave. Han, it keeps on twisting my arm.
Yeah.
Well, always hassling me on Skype. Give me more bonuses.
You got bonuses. You got bonuses. That's my head. Okay, now you're gonna be dreaming about it, right? So anyway, so before we go here, do you have any final word of wisdom you'd like to share?
Don't do interviews in hotel rooms.
You got room service, man. What are you complaining about? I wish I got room service with me some water.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm like on this interview about a product and then getting served up some water. I should have asked for some juice, some coffee. Could you massage my feet?
Waka.
Yeah, hold on, guys. Don't worry. I'll get my towel on and get this massage underway as I do this interview.
So anyway, thank you guys for watching this, and make sure you're watching out for my email tomorrow. And stay tuned. Watch a very, very short Dumo/sales video about this, so you know exactly how this thing works. And hey, looking forward. Look down below this video to check out the bonuses Sam is offering, and I'm going to offer some more as well, by the way. So Sam, thank you so much again for doing this interview. It's always a pleasure, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very, very soon.
Look forward to it. Thank you, everyone.
All right, cheers.
Hey, Sam Bakker with Neil Napier. In the next few minutes, I'm going to demonstrate why Geo Target is the most powerful software your website has ever seen. In fact, it's so powerful that FB is spending millions of dollars to perfect their geofencing technology because location-based targeting is very powerful. Watch me leverage a massive breakthrough we uncovered that enables me to, within just a few clicks, geo-target any page on my website. Opt-in forms, Teespring campaigns, CPA or online marketing campaigns of any kind. Plus, if that wasn't enough, this software goes even further and allows you to specifically target and select which country to present certain ads to in custom geo-targeted location messages. Think about your conversions and sales, how they're going to skyrocket. In the next 60 seconds or less, I'll show you a demonstration of how you can better target your audience and convert a much higher amount of your traffic into sales with GeoTarget. It's my guarantee that by the end of this video, your eyes are going to be opened to what is going to be the most profitable software you've ever got your hands on. Forget the old way of doing things. This is the modern age of the internet. The key to making the most money now is targeting based on the information you can gather. A person's place, a residence, the biggest factors that can sell more product for you. These are the biggest factors that can sell more product for you, and this works on mobile too. GeoTarget is easy to operate. Even a child could do it. Simply load up the software, select what kind of targeting you want for your website, and then send out the messages or direct traffic as you want. Not only that, but we have all the deep audience insights you'll need to monitor if your targeting campaign is a success or not. And you can adjust it however you want. So hop across with me onto my laptop right now as I walk you through why this software is simply irresistible. As you already know, businesses all around use geo-targeting to promote their website, Facebook pages, ads, CPA offers, and location-specific messages. Here's an example of Groupon. They use geo-targeting to better target their audience. And here's a Facebook campaign running specific to my location. And here's another example of Living Social using geo-targeted messages to better appeal to their customer list. Even in my own business, I use geo-targeting on a regular basis. I create bonus pages, location-specific ads, and even run location-specific campaigns for clients of mine. There is one major problem that affects all of the businesses I just mentioned as well as my own. The problem is technology. Till now, if I wanted to do location-based targeting web pages, opt-in pages, sales pages, ads on your website, or even messages, you'd have to jump through loops and dive into complex code to target based on location. Have you ever experienced this problem? It's nearly impossible to target who you want to because it takes a developer every time you want to do it. Well, behind closed doors, the Geo Target team and I have been working on a way to save marketers, affiliates, and offline consultants hours of time, stress, and uncertainty while converting more sales than ever thought possible online. We call it Geo Target, and it's changing the way that marketers like you and I promote online, over Facebook, and through mobile devices. Here's how. Online marketing is all about targeting. If you want to make the most money possible, you need to know how to stand out. Communicate to your visitors in a way that is personal. The problem is that communicating in a personal way takes time. It's hard for a visitor to trust you unless they feel like you are looking out for their needs. Enter Geo Target. This unique technology allows you to easily add ads, messages, and even redirect people to other pages instantly. Let me show you how. Here's a campaign Neil created where he went in and installed their Geo Target plugin to a page of his. He then showed them a customized message from him depending on where they were in the world, and it's not surprising that this was Neil's best promotion of the year, generating him over $6,000 in commissions within just 4 days. It was simple. Also, if that wasn't enough, we know how effective this promotion was simply by looking at the stats. Neil had visitors from all around the world who landed on his page and stayed for longer and spent more as a result of Geo Target. Now, I know what you're thinking. How am I able to make money from Geo Target? How is this new time-saving technology actually going to make me money? Well, conversions equal money. When you're able to convert at a higher rate, you can make more money. Let me show you how quickly this system can help you make more money. This strategy will work whether you're a beginner or an expert. Let's say for a minute that you're promoting a product from ClickBank. ClickBank is one of the biggest affiliate networks on the web today. It allows us to locate and then make money from products other people have already created. Here's a product called Truth About Fat Burning Foods. I can copy this link, and if anyone clicks on this link for this fitness product and then purchases, I make about $47 or more. I create a quick web page through either Optimized Press, WP Profit Builder, or a custom HTML page I've created myself. All of them will work. I created about Truth About Fat Burning Foods. We then open up the Geo Target software. The first step is to decide what kind of targeting campaign we want to use. Today I'll be creating a customized message for my site, so I click on GT Snippets. If we wanted to, we could select from a number of different campaign options on the left-hand sidebar. Details are down below on what they all do, and now I need to click Add New, and I'm taken to an Add Snippet menu. I can then write a message that I want to include on my web page or show people that land on my web page, and I can choose which country code or city code I want. Easy. Once I'm done editing my message, I simply click Create, and my message is created. From there, now all I need to do is get my embed code and paste it into the site. I can paste this into any WordPress site or HTML web page. Now that I've embedded my message, here is what it looks like. Clean, professional, and it will target your audience in a new and exciting way. This will now work on mobile devices and Facebook as well as websites. We can use these messages on any page at any time we want, and even view detailed stats about what impact these messages are making. If we review Neil's previous affiliate promotion I talked about earlier, in this video you can see what an in-action campaign looks like and how useful this data can be. This is just one of the ways that you can make money with this software. You don't have to limit yourself to ClickBank offers though. You can use this software with local businesses, your own products, Teespring or CPA offers, and unlike anything you've ever seen before, this software actually works on all devices, mobile, iPad, and desktop. This software is your targeting solution. In testing, we were able to generate a ton of results because we identified what messages converted the best to our audience. We've included this with the messages in this incredible package. Look below for a full walkthrough of the software as well as a full feature list. I look forward to helping you make more money in your business, and even if you're starting out, arm you with a tool that will enable you to gain an unfair advantage over your competition. I look forward to seeing you on the next page.